I've got this one board of ash here. I want to cut some tapered boards running the full 40-inch length, 2 inches at one end and 1 inch at the other end. So I'll show you how I set up for that. First of all, I've got my crosscut fence at the front here, and that's positioned square to the blade. At the other end of the table, I'm installing another crosscut fence, a miter gauge, like so. Now I'm going to set these two so they are the 40 inches apart, the same length as my stock. So I've got the two crosscut fences set on either side of the board there. So with my measuring tape, I'm going to measure 1 inch from the blade at this end. And lock down that stop. Then I'll come to the other end, don't lock the table, and measure 2 inches. 2 inches there. Okay. So the board will slide in here, up against the two stops, so it's automatically registering 2 inches here and 1 inch there. So it's going to give me that automatic taper. For the front end, I'm just going to use a push block or hold down like this, just with the hand pressure to keep it on the table. So everything looks good here. I'm going to get my safety gear and let's fire up the saw. Okay. Before I start, I'm going to make sure that I've got all my knobs locked down so that they don't adjust, so all my cuts are uniform. I've got my blade set to the correct height, hold down locked, my push block here. I'm going to get that into there. That's better. Okay, dust collection, and here we go. So for the second pass I'm going to flip the stock over. Okay, so now I'm setting up to taper these shorter pieces here. They're going to get the same taper, 2 inches to 1 inch, or 1 inch to 2 inches, whatever. So I need to reconfigure my table saw a little bit. Looking at the length of the board here, I would need to have the board here and this crosscut fence all the way up here, which doesn't give me a lot of room to stand here, and I find it's kind of awkward to stand behind here. I could do it, but it's awkward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the crosscut fence back to the rear position here. So that comes out like this, drops into the holes here, and lock it down. So that's repositioned. Now I need to advance this a little bit to about there. And I've already set the taper as per the last piece I was tapering, so these stops are already set because of that. All I need to do now is position the hold down. So seeing this is such a short length, I'm just going to go for one central hold down. So there we go. I've got my 6 tapers, all the uniform, just like that.